Witness News, we're live tonight at 6. First breaking news after 5 people were shot while celebrating New Year's Eve in Uptown Charlotte. I'm Erica Bryant.
And I'm Scott Wickersham. In the past 90 minutes, a judge raised the bond for this man accused of firing those shots at Romare Bearden Park. Now, of course, while thousands of people were uptown waiting for the fireworks and waiting for midnight. Channel 9's crime reporter Hunter Sines and our Joe Bruno first broke this story for us, and they continue our coverage tonight.
We want to begin with Hunter, who was there in court as the suspect faced a judge. And Hunter, that bond was raised.
Yeah, Erica, a detective told the judge that Davion Crawford was the person who shot 5 people just before New Year's Eve celebrations in Romare Bearden Park. And the judge was so disturbed by the allegations that he raised his bond to $1.5 million. This the same day that we are hearing for the first time from some of the victims and their families. It was a chaotic New Year's Eve in Uptown Charlotte Sunday night after police say 5 people were randomly shot in Romare Bearden Park.
We got a call before midnight.
John Lynn got the frantic call that his family friend from Europe, who's here experiencing the country for a year and living with his family, was shot.
And a lot of screaming and a lot of running, and it turned into chaos pretty quickly.
He says her tibia was completely shattered, requiring surgery.
And she's here for a couple months so far, and this is something that happens to her. It's just heartbreaking.
Amanda Salazar was also shot there with her kids watching. Her daughter spoke to our colleagues at Telemundo.
And I seen like all the blood coming out of her leg, and then I was like, and I just started crying.
Police say 19-year-old Davion Crawford opened fire, hitting all 5 bystanders below their knees. After scouring the area Sunday night, police arrested Crawford minutes after the shooting. Now the victims and their families just want justice.
This young man needs to be held accountable. He has forever impacted not only the life of one of my family members, but the lives of 4 other people.
And Davion Crawford's mother was in court this afternoon. She emotionally pleaded with the judge to reduce her son's bond, saying that there was a lack of evidence. She said that in large part because police told the judge today the gun used in the shooting has not been found yet. That detective said Crawford actually told police his friend was the one who fired the shots. But police, of course, didn't believe that. Now, CMPD has been releasing information through several news releases, but they have declined our repeated requests for an on-camera interview to ask them questions about this. I want to bring in my colleague, Channel 9's government reporter, Joe Bruno. Joe, I know the mayor has been quite silent on this as well. That is until late this afternoon.
No press conference from Mayor Vi Lyles despite yet another act of chaos and violence in the crown jewel park of Uptown Charlotte, even though thousands of people were nearby celebrating the new year. In the past couple of hours, Mayor Vi Lyles did, though, release a statement. It said in part the New Year's Eve shooting at Romare Bearden Park was horrific and is evident of the continued focus we must have on addressing public safety. And with the rise of youth gun violence as a national concern, it is increasingly clear that creating a safe, gun violence-free environment is a collective responsibility we all must share within our community. Republican Charlotte City Councilman Tark Bakari is asking the North Carolina General Assembly to get involved and appoint a task force to study crime in Charlotte. He specifically wants to look at repeat offenders, how quickly they are getting back on the street, and whether parents are being held accountable when crimes are committed by people under 18. He's worried about the long-term effect of crime and its impact on how people perceive Uptown.
I was asked the question today, would this make you not want to take your family down to that kind of event? I said, quite honestly, I gave up going to those kind of events a long time ago. And I think there's a lot of people in this community that they're in that exact same boat.
The New Year's Eve events were put on about a block or 2 away by Charlotte Center City Partners. Today, the CEO of the group told me that their hearts go out to everyone impacted by this incident and that, quote, we must do better as a community. Live in Uptown, Joe Bruno, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Joe, thank you. And in the past, the New Year's Eve celebrations and other big events in the Charlotte area had been declared as extraordinary events. Now, this type of declaration banned certain items at the event, and it gave officers more authority to conduct searches. In 2017, the city voted to repeal the Extraordinary Events Ordinance. Leaders said that going forward, CMPD would meet with event organizers to develop public safety plans specific to each event and to the current threats. We will continue to push the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department to answer more questions about what happened during that violence on New Year's Eve and what's being done to keep visitors safe in Uptown Charlotte. You can find all of our coverage inside this story on our WSOC-TV News app, including a timeline of the events around Romare Bearden Park in 2023.